Welcome to MRS the podcast. It's your girl SB.
It's your girl Nisa.
And I'm Shika.
And unfortunately, most podcasts they are sitting together, but our schedules did not align for us to, be able to link up together. So we kind of giving it to y'all like a big group FaceTime chat with your favorite cousins, right, Shika?
Exactly. A little, group FaceTime with your favorite cousins. We want to talk about conversations that we all need to be serious about.
Agreed. And going into that, our juicy topic that we have today is social media versus real life.
Ooh.
Okay. So we collectively wrote like a little thing in regards to our topic. So it says if you're chronically on social media, the popular opinion tends to provide an unrealistic expectation on what real life should be. So, ladies, do we agree that social media kind of skews our views on life and why?
Yeah, I believe social media changes our perspective to think that we need to look a certain way, talk a certain way, be a certain way, and realistically, it takes the originality out of ourselves and who we really are internally.
Yeah, I mean, social media, it exposes us to a lot of different people from different cultures, different socioeconomic backgrounds. I mean, just completely different situations. I saw recently on TikTok where this girl, she
Lord.
cleaned her bathroom, y'all, and she took a gallon of water and poured it all over her floors, her apartment bathroom here in America, and started scrubbing the floors with a broom because she got the idea from Mexican TikTok. But it's like, girl, you finna get
Her bathroom
mold,
is not dirty though.
but she's
After
gonna have
that, I
mold.
bet.
She about to have mold under her floorboards,
Oh
y'all.
yeah.
Like, that's not
Mhm.
necessary. I don't think that's
Mhm.
necessary. And I feel like, with the chronic use of social media, like, yeah, we may be inspired to try new things, but why? Why are we doing that?
Right.
Her house is not made of concrete like some homes in Mexico may be made of? That just wasn't necessary to me. So
But her house is clean. I would give it to her. She won her a clean house.
I hope she dried them floorboards properly. That's all I gotta say.
Open the window or
All
something.
right. Turn that exhaust fan on, something, child.
So, y'all, social media versus real life in regards to personal expectations. Do you think social media puts like a strain on you or a different viewpoint for you personally in your personal life?
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Or what?
wouldn't say put a strain on me. I
Mm.
think I think it leads to temptations,
Ooh.
rather than a strain. Like, for example, let's say aesthetic. I'm a girl. I like to design. I like to change my house or change it up. I don't like to keep the same thing too long. So when I go on social media and I see this person's apartment or house has this aesthetic that I like, here I go clicking on Amazon, clicking on all these other shopping places. Like, I need to get that. I need that. I need that. And it's like, no, I gotta be like, okay, come back to earth, Vernisa. Calm down. You don't need it. You don't.
Nah, I will say social media puts the expectation on me to get my money up.
Hello.
Because
Yeah.
I want to take trips every week like the girlies on social media do. I want, the Chanel bags and the Dior bags and the Hermes bag. Like, I feel like I need a job in tech. I need a career in tech to get my
Mhm.
money up like the girlies on social media. But as we said, social media versus real life, like, is traveling every week realistic for me?
Mhm.
Probably not. Definitely not on my current salary.
Are you a regular 9 to 5 girly?
Absolutely. I'm a regular nine to
Right.
five girly. I work in the office. I mean, it's very median, like median wage. It definitely does not provide the money nor the time because after I go traveling for a week, that's 40 hours of PTO. You know how
Right.
hard it is to build PTO?
Yeah.
Well, all I'm gonna say in my personal life, social media, like Nissa said, Y'all, I have a confession. I have those storage bins for snacks and cereals and waters and
Wait, you
overconsumption.
got a storage container for water?
And juice?
We listen and we don't
Don't
judge.
judge.
A little bit.
Just a little bit, though.
But I mean, in the personal, yes. So in regards to like the organization of my house, yes. So social media kind of has a big effect. But my like other things, like how I view myself, what I need, my job, or anything like that, no, because when it's my time, it's gonna be my time. So I keep everything in its right perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute to say like, yeah. Well, no, I will say for myself, I think because of the type of person that I am, like when I go on social media, I feel like I'm secure within myself to say like, if I see somebody being like spoiled with roses, I'm not looking at my man like, oh, why you not doing that for me? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm secure in myself to be comfortable not having what I see on social media. But
And
I
that's
do
the key.
understand. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, go ahead, Nisa.
No, I was just saying that's the key. Being secure
Yeah.
in yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely, but I do understand that there are some minds that may view social media and may have a negative self comparison. They may think like everything I see, I need that. Like if I see, what have I seen on social media? Let's see.
A lot.
It's bro.
And social media has so many different stuff to it now and different
Yeah.
websites. So it's just a
Yeah.
mass consumption of social
It's a
media.
lot. Like I be on Reddit, I be on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube. That's a
All right,
lot to.
that's a lot.
I'm telling you.
And
And
no,
That's
we're
a
not
lot.
sponsoring y'all. We're not sponsoring.
I mean, if we get a YouTube sponsor, like that'd be lit. Thank
Right.
you. But I have to take social media breaks sometimes because that's just like a plethora of information that I'm
Yeah.
consuming, and it can. I don't know. Does this happen to y'all? Like when you scroll on social media, do you get dizzy or is that just me?
What? Like
Oh my god, I
physically
need to see a
dizzy?
doctor.
Girl, yeah, I think you may need to go to the doctor for that one.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it's the blue light.
Maybe it could be for
You
sure. For
gotta
sure,
go
we
to the
gonna say it's the
doctor.
blue light.
Yeah.
I am a chronic social media user. Yes, I see it all.
So
And
now I can't.
unfortunately,
Now when I'm about to scroll later tonight, I'm gonna be like, "Am I getting busy from being on social media?"
no, because unfortunately, like, in our day and age, everything is on social media. The
Yeah,
news, what's going on.
yeah.
Like, and that's the first thing we hear some kind of tragedy, social media. So
Hmm.
I think it just has its positive, its pros and its cons. Its pros
Yeah.
and its cons. Yeah.
You not
Oh,
lying, because when news, why? So I'm gonna tell myself again. When news breaks, I go to Twitter to verify if it's real or not.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Twitter is the truest source. Twitter, well, X.
Eh, oh, whatever. It's Twitter.
You know.
It's gonna give you the real raw information.
Right.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
though, because we have to be careful of AI. AI
Yeah,
will
man.
skewer images, information, have you
Mm-hmm.
believing that something is what it really ain't.
Yeah.
So, but I have a question for you guys. So we
Mm-hmm.
were talking about personal expectations. Do you think that social media like changes like or how can I word this question? Do you think that social media influences like how you look and how you dress? So I did see a video on Twitter where a group of girls were talking about makeup and they were saying that we don't need the lashes, we don't need the hair extensions, we don't need to get dressed up every day, to be outside. Like we can go looking regular, no
Mhm.
eyebrows done, nothing on a regular basis and be okay with that. How do y'all feel about that viewpoint?
I don't agree with that because um I have to carry myself a certain way and I'm not gonna
Mm.
look like I just roll out of my bed. Like I'm not gonna beat my face every single day, but I'm gonna, make sure my hair is done, my eyes, my face washed.
I would hope
I'm
so.
not gonna be going outside looking crazy. Absolutely not.
Listen, I don't have no eyebrows. Y'all know I don't have no eyebrows. If
I'm
y'all think
crying.
I'm leaving this house without no eyebrows on, crazy.
There are some women who say you better not show up to my wedding without your hair done. Like, do not show up to my wedding looking like you on an everyday basis.
So without your hair done, meaning like what we got, like a
Like
install, like a fresh.
extensions, wigs. Like, you need that lace
Oh,
front.
excuse me.
She paying for it.
Exactly.
If she paying for it, sure, clock it.
If I come to your wedding with a sleek bun, you gonna make me eat some food.
I
Without a lace front. That's what
I'm
she
gonna
said.
tell you to leave because you need to look appropriate.
Right. Because
But
what?
since when is wearing your natural hair or a nice, sleek, low maintenance style like not getting your hair done?
Girl, I'm just reiterating the information I saw on
Oh
That's
social
wow.
crazy.
media. And I mean, these are the things that people are saying. Like, this is the social media expectation. Like, when you leave
Yeah.
your house, you better be on point, like from head to toe. Your toes better be done. Your nails need to be done. You better have on some type of face. That hair better be laid, and I better see some baby hairs. Because what is you doing?
But you know what? I think there's a thin line between that conversation though. Like there's a thin line between looking good and then looking not have to be doing all of that extra stuff
Mm-hmm.
every single day. I think like you should do what works for you. Like
Absolutely.
not trying to please anybody. Like you don't and not caring what other people think at the same time. Like there's a thin line between that. And I personally feel like you don't have like I agree to a certain extent on both parts. You don't have to go outside looking all done up and hair like you don't have to do it if you especially if it's running your pockets up. Like let's be for real.
Mm-hmm.
In this economy, like
Let's be so for real.
okay. So I just feel like, do stay in your budget. That's one. And then like, it's okay to be spoil yourself. Get your nails done from if you are girly that you have to have your nails done and you could afford it, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't tell people though that you need to you can't come to a function without a lace front. Like
Listen, I'm missing a nail right now, so she would have probably kicked me out of her wedding. I
long
broke a nail
time,
earlier.
long time.
I broke a nail earlier. We
Yeah.
would have been out of there.
So I do see a trend going on amongst Black women getting lip fillers.
Hmm.
How do y'all feel about it?
See, as soon as you said lip fillers, I had to make sure my lip was fine. I made a little, but I do not have lip fillers. But honestly, I feel like we're overdoing it. A lot of us look the same, and
Hmm.
I feel like if you're making like adjustments to your facial, it shouldn't be so well, my personal opinion. So let me start there. Not trying to state what works for you, but my personal
Clarification.
opinion, if you're making a tweak to yourself, it should be done in moderation. And like a lot of things are done so excessively, like the lips be touching the nose, like, and I'm like, why do you have a balloon on your face? Like you look like you got stung by a bee. Okay, all right, sorry, yup, yep.
Yeah.
Crying. But no, that's facts. Some people do be looking a little swollen in the face. And
Yeah.
so, okay, after you get plastic surgery, you're always going to be a little bit swollen. So, is it the fact that these people are not waiting for the swelling to go down? They just posting their pictures immediately? Or
No,
did
I
the
just feel like
doctor,
sometimes it's botched,
right?
you
And,
know.
bro,
So
these doctors do not be caring. They get that money and say, bye.
yeah, you
Like,
know.
sir, you know you did not do a good job just now. What is you talking about?
She
And I
said, I
feel
feel like it's botched. Just straight up.
real
Your
gotta keep
doctor
it
is
100.
terrible.
Yeah, like because there's no reason why your lip should be bigger than your nose. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm
You
not even gonna talk to you right now, Nissa, because what?
know, no.
But
I'm black.
unless that's the look that you're going for. Right.
my goodness. Okay. I can't even take the beauty. Let's transition to the fashion part of it because the beauty part, we the beauty part is so crazy. So fashion wise,
Mhm.
ladies, Hermes, Birkins, the Christian Dior's. Do you feel like social media versus real life? Do you think a 9 to 5 person needs a Hermes Birkin? Excuse me, sorry y'all.
Hermes, first and foremost, thank you. And it depends. It depends on the job. Like, if you're a
Excuse
corporate
me.
girly, you making your money, your bank, and you can afford that, get it. Go spoil
Hmm.
yourself.
Agree.
Get your bag. But I will say, let's keep our morals. Let's keep our morals to like, let's not compromise on ourselves to attain certain materials.
I agree with
Just,
you on that one.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I
Hmm.
feel like to answer your question, Sue, SB, I feel like, um a 9 to 5 could make a lot of money. So,
Right.
even though it sounds regular, I feel like they could still be making a lot of money. And then there's people that's working a 9 to 5 that's not making enough. Right. So I would say if you could afford it, get it.
So
But
maybe I should. So you guys are saying maybe I should just say like regular 9 to 5, not like
like
the extra
McDonald's,
corporate baddie, just like us regular 9 to 5ers. Why do we have a Birkin?
I feel like social media could play a factor in why people feel like they need to have these bags, Birkin, Chanel, the whole 9 yards. I feel like um social media could play a factor in that. And then I could feel like, not confident in what we have, not satisfied where we're at in life could also be a play factor. Like, oh well, so and so have that bag. Why I don't have that bag? Let me go spend my rent money, get this bag so I could pop out on Instagram.
Okay, because listen, the amount of stories where I've heard the girlies are spending their rent money on designer and then asking people for
To
rent
help
money.
them pay their bills.
What we doing? Like, why? Why are you doing that?
Okay,
You
thank
buy
you.
these shoes, these $1,000 shoes, to go to the club for one night, and you can't feed yourself, huh?
You
It's
know,
not adding up.
listen, it's so funny you said that because I was on Instagram earlier when I was like preparing for this, and it was this video. This guy, he was on the air mattress. He had on a shirt with holes in it. His socks had holes. His underwear had holes. But he had the cleanest. He got the purple jeans on. He got Versace sweater on. He got some. I don't remember the shoes, but he had some nice shoes on, and he is on the floor. He don't got no food in his house. He don't got no car,
Wow.
but his outfit is clean.
And he gonna step
Wow.
out. He gonna pop out on the social media to show these people what he really on.
Cause
Pop
that's
out.
But
You
what's
sometimes you just
important.
gotta pop
what he
out.
wants to be on, at least.
Sometimes you gotta, yeah, but
Hey.
that's what's important to
No,
a lot of
for real.
people. The how it looks to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Essentially, I don't think we've used the phrase keeping up with the Joneses in a long time, but essentially that's what it is, to make sure you keep
Nowadays, it's
up with
keeping up
Jones.
with the Kardashians.
Don't nobody want to keep up with the Kardashians.
The Lululemon, wearing Lululemon on a date,
Okay.
Yeah.
that was crazy uproar a couple weeks ago. Like, this girl wore Lululemon to like a fine dining restaurant, and people were like, "Oof!" Now she wearing athleisure out to a fancy restaurant, and people had mixed feelings about it.
So, are we giving her grace as to maybe it was like a last minute thing and they just wanted to go into a nice restaurant to eat? They didn't want to change. Are we giving her grace for that?
Um, was it like some kind fine dining restaurant? Like what
Hmm.
was the okay? And everybody had on suits and gowns.
I didn't know what everyone. Wait, we
Yeah,
were in suits
everyone,
and
it didn't
gowns
specify. It just said
to a
like
restaurant?
it was
If
more
it's if
like
it's fine
upscale.
dining.
Yeah, it's more upscale. So, you would dress a little bit different than like, I got on like a little something chill right now. So they were saying like I seen it. They were like, this is y'all don't know what to put on when y'all leave the house, when you're going
Right.
to certain
Okay.
things. I'm gonna give her grace because let's say it was a surprise and she didn't know. She was just told, hey, I'm about to take you out, like get dressed real quick. So we gotta give grace when grace is due. However, going to a steakhouse in these little short shorts that we're calling, I don't even know what we're called. They look like big diapers. Going to the steakhouses with diapers and like tights on and a big fur is crazy.
I agree.
It is
I
crazy.
agree. You gotta keep it real.
We need
I
to
will
go
Because
back to
say,
looking like normal, like wow, looking like normal. And we just talk about authenticity, but it's just like we need to go back to certain like traditional stuff. When you going into like a formal dining space, you should dress accordingly. Like, not saying like your dress needs to touch your ankles, but I don't think that's the time and the place for like the really short shorts and like you guys know what I'm saying. Like the certain things are not appropriate for the time of day. However, if you didn't know and it was a surprise and you're just getting ready just like real quick, I'd give grace for that.
I have a question.
Hmm.
hmm
You just said a word tradition. Um, like, do you feel like tradition has gone out the door when it comes to the way we carry ourselves, whether on social media or in person in real life?
absolutely. No one wants to be traditional anymore. People want to do what they want to do. People don't want to be like their parents anymore. People are, I think tradition is originally rooted in religion, and a lot of people are not religious anymore. So, of course, there's no longer a set tradition. We've kind of
Mm-hmm.
moved away from that.
Hmm. So the normal, what's considered normal now has changed a lot. Like back in the day, for y'all even showing from all the way up here to y'all neck, y'all would have been crucified. Y'all
Oh
are
yeah,
y'all had the A stamped on y'all shirt.
the cleavage. Thank God nobody seen cleavage.
Right. But I mean, it's I think tradition changed based on the times
Yeah,
and not change in the way that it completely goes away, but it's modified. Oh, better yet, it's adjusted.
adjusted. Yeah,
But I will say, there's a time and place for everything. And also, I feel like the way you dress is how you feel about yourself. And we need to respect ourselves a little bit more, I will say.
and it also goes into the fact where at the same time you do what you want to do, and they crucify you. Oh,
Mm,
she just trying to show out. She just trying to be different. She trying to. No, I'm comfortable in the skin I'm in, and this is what I like, whether you like it or not.
clock
Hello,
it.
clock that.
So what the only thing I'm gonna disagree with you on, Shika, is just the part of having respect for yourself in regards to how you dress. I'm just gonna just a little bit because if I now I'm thick. I'm a thicker type of woman, so I like my clothes to fit to my body type. So a lot of people though, however, would view as my clothes fitting to my body type. I'm trying to show off my curves to everybody. Like,
Okay.
and that would be like considered like not having respect because it's like, why is your clothes fitting to your body? And
Mm-hmm.
if it was someone else who was a little bit smaller than me, their curves would not be as more prominent as as most. So it kind of, for a lot of women, I think, we battle through with what looks good on our body type, what works for our
hmm
body type, what helps brings us confidence. So what may help bring one person confidence, not it doesn't necessarily take away from them respecting themselves.
This
That's the
is true.
only part I'm gonna
No,
just
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I'll
And
just speak
that's
on that.
I agree with that too, SB, and that's why I say it goes back to you. they're gonna crucify you. They'll be like, you be yourself, you doing what works for you, and they're
Hmm.
gonna be like, she ain't doing the right thing, or something off about her. Like, no, we gotta stop judging, guys. That's a main thing right there. Stop judging.
I'm a judge a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm a judge a little bit. But anyways, so y'all are basically saying the expectation that social media provides for fashion, dressing however you want to dress, that can be realistic.
I
Yeah,
think it can be.
Okay.
yeah,
I
Okay.
have gotten I have gotten, more clothing websites from social media that
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have had access to if there wasn't so much exposure on that.
This is true.
I've learned how to dress for what works for me, which
Yeah.
again, like I said, the normal standards is a more smaller woman that doesn't have, like, I got hips, thighs, I got the behind, all of that. So the more standard woman, the stuff has always been shown to fit them. So it helps us, curvier women, just kind of find like our path down, that what works, what doesn't work for. And when I say curvier comes in so many different shapes: apple, pear,
yep,
hourglass. Like, it comes in so many different shapes, so it just
Yeah.
kind of helps us like make that like adjustment.
I will say Pinterest. Love the app. Love the creator of the app. Whoever created Pinterest, flowers, love, kisses to you. I be on Pinterest every day, but
Faithfully.
faithfully. But I have noticed some copycat outfits. People will go on Pinterest, see a fit, it's cute, and buy the same exact pieces. I understand, yes, a lot of people may not be creative, but can we at least try to put a little different twist? Like, did y'all see that girl that went to that museum in Europe? She wore like some red tights with like a suit type of outfit. And literally, when you went on Pinterest, there were like 10 other women with the same exact outfit. Did y'all
so
Okay,
see
you're
this?
so
so wait, so you're saying that wait, I don't, I just want to make sure I understand. So you're saying that so you're saying that them having them were doing the same thing that they see on Pinterest, whatever, social media, they doing the same thing and wearing the same exact thing
To the T.
is not like what
I don't think
being
that should be realistic. I don't know. Like, I feel like outfits expresses your personality. When
okay.
you're biting off of somebody else's fit, that's not you for real. You
so
Yeah.
you
copying
think
them,
it's not them being true to their
true to
real life?
themselves.
It's
I
social
don't know.
media.
I
I
feel like what
listen. I disagree with that one,
I
because if I
disagree.
see
I
me with
disagree.
if I see a bomb outfit on Pinterest and
Okay.
I could afford it, I am buying it.
because okay,
Yeah.
originally SB, you said that the popular opinion tends to manipulate how we view our lives.
True.
So if an outfit on Pinterest is popular, it's like I'm not gonna lie. Some hey man, a lot of outfits on Pinterest, like the girls are eating it up. They're eating down. But because it's so popular, we're just gonna take that as what it should be instead of trying to put our own personal twist to it. I mean, y'all can definitely
Okay.
disagree. I'm okay with
No,
that.
I see. I agree with that part where adding a little twist, but sometimes you just want what you see. Like
In moderation, like we
in
said, like if it's something
moderation.
you could
Yeah.
afford at the time, it's not going outside your budget. You're not
Yeah.
trying to, up the
Go
score on
crazy.
somebody. But if I see an outfit and it's bomb, I'm like,
Need that.
need that.
But I also see what you're saying. Like, let's. I don't want to put them on blast, but like Sheen, everybody on Sheen. Okay,
Baby.
a lot of people on that app, that store. So we see things, and we all seeing the same things. At
This
some
is
point, we're
true.
all gonna see the same things, and we might buy it. And I feel like, yeah, you could add your twist to it, but what if it's just you add your twist to it, but you see someone into the same exact dress? What you gonna do? Feel like, oh my god, I don't know. I just feel like it's
No,
you
no,
know.
no. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's
Overconsumption That's basically what it sounds like. Just an
Pretty much.
overconsumption of the same things over and over.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
and not having access to or not knowing other stores, you're always just gonna shop at what's available. These stores are putting out the same outfits, so I get that. I get it.
so for the fashion aspect, social media versus real life, we want to just make sure we're not keeping up with the Joneses, but we're also keeping our individuality and being our authentic self. I guess it all really comes back to just being authentic with ourselves, not going
Yeah,
That's
above your
right.
budget to be like somebody else or to dress like someone else or anything like that.
and
Just
stop spending
be
your rent
yourself.
on
Be
an outfit
yourself.
and then
Stay in your
asking people for
budget.
money.
Stay in that
Yeah.
budget.
Stay in your
Sorry.
budget. Hello.
Okay,
Okay.
so what about makeup or no makeup?
Again, it just depends on the person because some people
Yeah.
don't know how to do their makeup
Yeah.
and they don't really have a choice. They don't have the technique, they don't have the time to learn, so they just don't do it. And
And nothing wrong with that.
some
Hmm.
people look great without no makeup. I mean, skin
Yeah.
be popping. So if you
Mm-hmm.
can't do your makeup, then that's just you.
I
Right.
feel
So
like
go ahead.
sorry.
No,
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 I was
you good.
gonna say I feel like um you don't have to wear makeup every day though. Like for the people, for the girlies that for anyone that loves to wear makeup, you don't have to wear that every single day. But if that's something you want to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
If that's who you are, do what you. But for me, from my perspective, from my opinion, I would say it depends on the occasion.
Hmm.
Like if I'm going out with my cousins, with my girls, with my fam, with my husband, I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna do my face. But if I'm going, Walmart to get something to come back, I'm not gonna beat my face. What? No.
I'm gonna put these eyebrows though on. I'm standing by that. We talked about a little bit about it earlier, but I'm standing by that. You not catching me out this house without no eyebrows.
Y'all, we look and we don't judge. Some people don't feel comfortable without makeup. Some people
Yeah.
may feel like they need a full face to feel beautiful. Unfortunately, but that's just reality. So, my question, is it social media or is it just like
People.
right? Because, thinking back to our parents' time, social media really wasn't a thing, but they compare themselves to people that they saw in the media, in movies, and on network, like
Mhm.
magazines. They tried the things that they saw in magazines.
Right.
Back in the 2000s, pretty much everyone's mom had the Cassie cut. It
You're
wasn't no
not
social media.
wrong.
Well, technically there was social media back in the 2000s, but it wasn't as
Prominent.
Prominent.
prime as it is now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's like a culture thing.
I think it's a
Ooh.
generational thing.
Yeah. But I never thought about it culturally, but now that you say it, I could see that. I could really see
Hmm.
that. But more so on our generation where, you want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true,
The Gen
Definitely.
true.
Zs and the millennials, whatever y'all wanna call them.
Millennials.
Yeah.
So,
Like, now, I will say the babes in the UK eat down from the makeup to
Yeah.
the UK hairline. I mean, girl.
What's the UK hairline?
It's basically a widow's peak in the
Oh,
wave in the
okay.
lace front.
oh, I thought that was like the Legos hairline.
The Legos hairline,
Okay.
yes. You know what
Girl, not
I'm
you over here calling it the UK hairline.
But the UK babes are eating it up, don't they? I don't
Hmm.
know. But I mean, cultures. The US babes would have
Culture.
never known about that if social media wasn't a thing. We would have still had the straight across. The box cut
Nah,
lace front.
nobody would have had no straight across, girl. We do not want no straight across cut wigs.
Mm-mm.
Oh my
And no
goodness.
pluck. Oh God.
Okay?
Jeez.
Okay.
But yeah.
So let's transition into social media versus real life, career, and education. Life, do you think you over try to do it based on what you see other people try to aim for their career on social media, or you think you keep it pretty realistic?
Yes. I feel like social media, and I will be specific. LinkedIn. When you see these, that's social media, right? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go on LinkedIn and you see all these people higher ups in their good jobs, you're like, and with all their education in the background, you're like, I need to get like that, right? But in reality, maybe they had the money, or maybe they in debt, or maybe, like, it's not all that glitters. What they say,
Mm-hmm.
not all that glitters is
Let's
gold.
go.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, social media have a impact on trying to elevate yourself and be where other people are, like higher up. And there's nothing wrong, and I just want to be very clear, there's nothing wrong with using that as motivation. But when you start trying to step in the same footsteps as them and forget about your actual dreams and goals, yeah, that's when it becomes a problem.
Preaching to the choir, sister. You're preaching to the choir. And I mean, definitely, as Nissa said, there's nothing wrong with elevating yourself. I mean, everybody want to get a little extra money. Like,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that. We all should, I believe that we all should strive to improve our lifestyles. But when we all start working the same job, who's going to do the other things that needs to be done? Like, everybody in
Mhm.
tech, but who was doing the plumbing? Everybody in tech, but who was fixing our roads? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, yes, we all need money, but you got to do what you can do. If you're not tech savvy, what are you getting a job in tech for? If you could work
Clock
with your
that.
hands, go be an electrician, please. I mean, they make great money too, don't they? I mean, yeah, it might be a little bit more dangerous, but that's all the more reason to negotiate a higher pay because you basically risking your life.
No, you're absolutely right. And it even when you were naming like the careers and stuff, it made me think about how they said like, um how do I want to phrase it? I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm trying to phrase it in the right way. So a lot of people are going into the nursing
Mm,
career, just because they know the pay is really great. They're not going in with the passion of taking care of people. They're just
Mhm.
going in knowing like there's a big bag at the end of the road.
Mhm.
So are you doing that because you see that on social media? A lot of these nurses, like, I'm gonna use a specific app, I'm gonna use TikTok. When you go on TikTok and you see a lot of these nurses, the cars that they drive, the bags that they have, the lifestyle that they live, are you going down the nursing path because you want to be like nurse so and so on TikTok, or are you trying to be a good nurse and take care of people and take care of like the racial disparity in the
Yeah.
community where, black women particularly are the largest at risk when giving birth and stuff like that? Is that your goal, to take care of people and to fix the issues that that happens in
mm-hmm.
within the community, or is your goal is to be the nurse with the big, the big everything? What is the goal?
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree because, I just want to piggyback off of that. I feel like with that the whole nursing thing, yeah, they're making the money, but we don't need people dying off. I don't mean to say that word, but we don't need people to be losing their life because we're not in the proper care and with the people that know what they're really doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to school just to get the degree, but are you really putting the practice what you learn? Or are you just trying to, I need this bag, I need to pay the rent, I need to get a house, so I'm gonna do this job because this is what I
But
need, but not caring
some
about the
people,
people.
some people, I would just say it. Some people don't really have the luxury to be passionate about the work that they actually want to do. Like, if you got 3 kids and they hungry, you gonna do what you gotta do to feed them kids. And if nursing is a
True.
way for you to make that bag, and that's what you're gonna do. But I will
But
say, I do agree with
mhm,
y'all.
okay.
Well, I'm gonna just say this because my mom was in nursing school. You don't just go to nursing school because you think the money good. Nursing school will take you out before you even graduate. Before you even smell graduation, it will take you out. So, I mean, the girls that's just, or the people that's just going to make the money, I could just imagine how burnt out they are. And I
But
mean,
I mean, they are going just to make the money. They'll go and they'll ride the wave out, because we're seeing people are going into those
Yeah.
professions because the money is quick and fast. Like there's always going to be a need for it. I'm really dying. I'm dying to talk about relationship expectations.
let's get into it.
I am a certified lover girl. Y'all know I
Okay.
cannot help myself. I love love. I love seeing people in love. Don't laugh at me.
Yes.
I love love. I love seeing people in love. So I'm dying. What are
Yeah.
y'all thoughts on social media versus real life relationship?
Hmm. I think relationships on social media is getting out of control to the point where, we are
Control.
expecting our significant others to give us more than the world because what social media is portraying. Some girlies will be like, what's their man or their girl gave them this big car, Rolls Royce, thousands of bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day. So I'm expecting my spouse to do the same, but in reality, that's not the dynamic of your current situation. So why are you trying to put that pressure on your significant other when in reality it's not realistic?
My issue with relationship expectations on social media, as Nissa said, like, we're expecting our significant others to carry the earth on their back. I mean, that is a huge, like, requirement. Like, if you if you not like taking care of me, if you not giving me $1,000 a week, if you not I don't know, like just the expectations are really rambunctious, very
Yeah.
out of pocket.
Like this one girl was telling me how, she expects for when she goes on a first date, like she needs like $2,000 to get herself together. Like the guy has to send her 2,000 so she could get herself together, and make sure her hair and nails is done, like have a truck. Like these are things I'm hearing more and more, like a car sent to come and get them, like flowers, like they need like a certain type of date and stuff like that. And I just feel like this just takes away from you potentially finding a good match, because you see that somebody on social media, when they first started dating, that's something that they did with that person. So now you are putting pressures. Let's say this is like a regular guy who, he makes a decent salary and stuff. So you're putting this type of expectation on this man when you yourself, you can't even fulfill that.
Do it. You can't do it for yourself, so why are you expecting somebody to do it for you?
Yeah.
I mean, I really think it's just crazy though. Like you eliminate yourself because you're being so unrealistic and you're being selfish by having these type of expectations. My only expectation, since school, I'm done with school and I'm trying to figure out the courtship, the dating, and that type of thing. My only expectation for someone who is interested in me is I want him to treat me like if his mom was around. If his mom was the president, for a first date, that's all I would want. You don't have to spend 200, 300, $500 on a date. We could go on a picnic. We could go to Chili's. Y'all know I love Chili's. We could go to
That
Chili's.
triple
We could
dipper.
get a triple dipper and enjoy our night. But I don't have
Yeah.
these unrealistic expectations. I mean, yeah, it sounds good when you hear it like from these girls. And yeah, there are men that are actually doing these things for these girls. So yeah, it sounds good. Like maybe I should put this type of expectation on somebody, but it's just so far from reality. I know, me personally, I'm not running into no celebrities where I'm gonna have that interaction. So why would I ask like a regular guy to send me a black truck to my house and send me $3,000 to get ready for a date.
Hmm.
What?
Crazy. Crazy.
It's given diet sugar babies. I remember before I got into my last relationship, I didn't realize I was following these type of girls, but I was following a lot of sugar babies and escorts.
Mm-hmm.
And today's dating scene is very similar to tricking. You ask them, you expect a man to provide money for you to spend time with them. Most of the times these girls don't even like the men that they're going out
Mm-hmm.
with, but because he got six figures and
They're
he can
gonna
pay
use
my
it to their
bill,
advantage.
I'm gonna go sit in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Why are we wasting our time? Like, if you want to be a sugar baby, then just say that. Just be
Hmm.
that. Don't
Yeah.
be expecting these men who are working these regular jobs. Well,
Crazy.
even if he's making a good amount of
A decent
money,
salary.
a decent salary, like, just the expectation, as you said, like, for him to send you $3,000 for your first date when y'all don't really know each other like that, why would he do that? That's not your father. That's not your uncle.
But because they see it, that's what they expect.
Hmm.
So I get you gotta tell folks, listen, it sounds corny, because I be telling you guys about the stuff I hear and what I experience. So it's corny to say like you're different, but I mean in all reality, it makes you stand out because you're not doing these crazy like antics like everybody else. You're
Cash
just
at
being
me before
yourself.
you DM me. Now, I will say, for some girls, I do understand that when you ask a man for money, it it pushes them away. So, you might do that to like have a man leave you alone. But most of them be for real. Most of them be for real. Like the posts where people be like, "Oh, you gotta cash at me to get my phone number" or something like that. Like, why are we panhandling on the internet for a man's attention?
I doing all these facial expressions because I'm no longer in the dating
Yeah,
pool.
you're married. We all know.
I'm
Oh,
married. So
to
My
be
this
married.
husband. My husband.
yes. So I am, the way hearing all these things, different perspective. It's kind of it's from where I started of how you court and you date each other to where it is now. It's so drastic. Like it's kind of crazy to me personally because it's like the expectations of your that you're trying to get from other people is insane because you're just trying to get this to know this person. You're not even 10 foot deep into this relationship yet or even a relationship, and you're trying to make this person spend all this money cash app. Sheikah said cash, like what? That's
But
insane.
This is what the girls are doing. Like you don't know about this dating scene. You are so fortunate to have found your true love when you have,
mhm.
because it's very ghetto out here in the dating world. And I feel like a lot of these women, they put the rest of us women in a bad position where when we are dating, we are trying to date. These men expect like craziness. And then when you come along and you're not giving like these crazy expectations, like, okay, you're not a good person. Like something has to be wrong with you.
That's
So
crazy.
I think we need to do some research to figure out what shifted. What made people change from actually genuinely wanting to get to know somebody to what this person can do for me?
Hmm.
It seems a bit abusive. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like like people are abusing other people because they can't really do for themselves, so they gonna try to trick on
Trick.
some trick on somebody else to get something
Yeah,
out of them. That's not
They ain't tricking if
genuine.
you got it.
That's
that's
hey
crazy.
man.
Do what works for your relationship. Do
Mm-hmm.
not consult others about what works for your relationship. If your man does not require you to work, that's what works for your relationship. If your man and you are not financially where you need to be, where you have to work, That's up to y'all. Do what works for you guys. Do not let anybody from the outside dictate how your relationship is going to go, because you do not want to put strain on one person, and you don't. It's a partnership. So it's about being a partner. So if you're putting a strain on someone, it's no longer a partnership, because you're solely relying on that person. You should have something to, well, I don't want to say bring to the table,
But
because
that's what it
bring
is.
to the table is very like controversial, but you should have something where you should be able to ease your partner in a certain, and when I say ease, I mean like if he low this month, you able to balance it out, and if you low this month, he could balance. That's a partnership. You pick
Yeah.
up where the other person cannot.
Yeah.
So y'all, I've told you guys that before. I always felt like just do what works for your relationship and not worry about the outside. But hey, I, I don't got no other perspective other than do what works for you. If being traditional works for you in your relationship, be traditional. If being
That's right.
non-traditional works, do that.
I agree
Because in the goal, in the
100%.
end, it's gonna be you and your partner. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
these outside people. They
And
are
Okay.
I
not.
mean,
They're
with
not
the
you.
way how the world is changing, women are rampant in the workforce. So we're not always going to be home cooking and cleaning, doing the traditional things. So, as SB said, yeah, we got to do what works for our relationship. We can't put so much expectation on our spouse or significant other to handle 100% of everything and we don't do nothing. Like, that's not fair to somebody else. And I believe that fairness is real in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But also, some people, I mean, I work with people with disabilities, and a disability is not something that you can ever plan, but it
Right.
happens.
It
And
does.
you have to be able to carry that 100% sometimes because your partner is incapable of taking care of themselves sometimes. So, I mean, it's all about liking the other person. If you don't like that person, you're not going to want to do for them.
I would
And
say
a lot of
love.
people, again, as I said, they're not getting to know each other, for who they are. They're getting to
Mhm.
know each other for what they can do for you. But
Yeah.
when they
Or what
can't
they
do
see
for
on
you
social media.
anymore, say that again.
Or what they see on social media.
Right. And when that expectation is no longer being lived up to, the
Hmm.
person is discarded and then on to the next.
Like dirty trash.
That's so empty. Like it's soulless to live that type of way, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And you know what I feel like? I think both of your answers was I agree with both of y'all. I think that was great because I feel like when it comes to the expectations of tradition, I think it's very I think it's like a box because um you can't tell your okay, let me see. Mother and father telling their children before they grow up, this is what you need to do.
Mm,
And they carry that thought process into whatever their relationship marriage now. And they're saying, well, I was raised this way, so this is the way we gotta do it. When in reality, he or she may have a different perspective
yeah.
of what the situation might be like. Well, I don't agree with that. So this is where you have to do well, okay, let me just come out of this box, this traditional box, and
Mm-hmm.
see how we can work on do our own thing to make it workable. And what did SB say earlier? I hope you guys were listening. Adjust, right? We have to learn to adjust together. We can't
Yeah.
learn to adjust separately and say, well, this is my way, and if it's not me, it's the highway. Can't go into the relationship with that kind of expectation.
When we talk about relationship expectations that we see on social media, why are people dating? A lot of people are not dating to marry, and not a lot of people are not dating to be in serious relationships. They're just dating to have companionship and have somebody to have fun with. And that's it. So for their expectations, it I understand why it's so shallow because
Hmm.
I mean, I kind of don't, but then I kind of understand like
No, I mean, I do agree. Sometimes I wonder what is the purpose of dating if the ultimate
Right.
goal is not to find your partner and settle down. Then it's no
Yeah, some
longer
people just want
dating.
to have fun.
It's like you said, it's for companionship.
And
Um,
I think that's sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just don't
you
want the
could,
thought go crazy. But I mean, she could ask a question. We need to find out what the root cause. I think that's a part of the root cause, right
yeah,
there.
social media.
No, no, the fact that that people, not we, sorry, let me clarify. The fact that people are not seriously dating, they're just trying to have fun. So it's
Yeah.
causing like a ricochet effect on
Hmm.
generations to come.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah,
got to be very intentional. So
absolutely.
if you are in the phase in your life where you're ready to date and you're ready for marriage, you should date people within that intention. Not saying that everybody is going to be intentional and have pure intentions with
Right.
that, but you want to make sure you're aligning yourself with people like that, and so ultimately you can achieve your goal of marriage if that's what you want. Me
Yeah.
personally, I would like to be married. Do I know if is that going to happen for me? I don't know. I Who am I to say that? I would like to be married though, but that's like not my only focus. I don't
Yeah.
care about how big the wedding is. I don't care about the ring or anything. We could go to the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? My dad would probably kill me if I went to the courthouse to go get married. But you know what I'm saying? I don't care about stuff like that because at the end of the day, when you find your person and you're ready to settle down and you talk about the important things, that's the
Yeah.
next step. What is the point of talking about all these important things and going through life with someone if you don't ultimately see yourself settling
Yeah.
down with this person? You're
But
wasting your time, you're wasting their time. So
a
just
lot of
be very intentional when dating. If you don't want to date right now and you just find the person attractive, maybe you should leave that person alone. You should probably reach out to them tonight and let them
Hey.
know you don't take them seriously.
but some people are okay with not being taken seriously because they may not have time for a relationship. And a lot of people don't want to be married. They don't see themselves being tied down to one person forever. Do y'all believe that one person can fulfill all of your needs or
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
clock
she
it?
showed that ring. I don't have no ring, so I can't show that. But yes, I do believe that one person could feel what I would want from out of a partner.
So is it a matter of not properly vetting or maybe just not taking the time to properly date to find that person that can fulfill all of your needs?
Probably both. It's probably both, and it depends on like the dates, the type of dates you guys are going on. Are you only going on dates to have fun and just like be hyped? Like, are you always in those type of settings when you're extra hype, or are you guys sitting down and in a quiet place and you're talking to each other and
Getting to
more than just
know.
yeah, you're like more than just like your favorite color. Like, what do you see for yourself in the next 5 years? What do you want from out of your future? What are your goals? What are your passions? A lot of people are not having these conversations. Do you want kids? And it's so crazy to say this because the other day on social media, I think Sofia Vergara and Joe Malaji, I don't know if I'm saying their names properly, but they recently just ended their marriage because he wanted kids and she didn't want kids.
Whoa.
And that's something they talked about when they got married, and they still got married, saying in hopes that possibly they changed their mind. But she told him, I would never change my mind. So,
I
you know,
mean, the possibility definitely could have been there. Maybe, she could have been inspired by something to say, okay, now I do want kids. But I feel like if somebody tells you what they want and who they are, you just got to trust that from the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's sad.
But it depends on the dates though. Like I
Yeah.
really feel like a lot of people are not having dates where they have to sit and pick the person's brain apart, like be intellectual. They're just having
So,
like these really hype dates where, it's just hype. You really don't have to interact with each other much. You don't have to think with your brain a lot.
social media relationship expectations, communication is the bottom line. It seems like we can all agree on that. Like proper communication, seeing what each person needs from the relationship, whether it be for fun or we're dating seriously to be married. Communication. Would y'all
Mm-hmm.
agree?
Communication.
accountability,
adjust.
and adjustments.
Adjust. Yeah.
Adjustments, absolutely. And treating your significant other how you would want them to treat you. I think that's important as well.
Yeah, so we got a little game called Cringe
Okay.
or Need That. Pet names.
Need that.
Need that.
Need that.
It's
Clock
so cute.
it.
It's
Like
cute.
calling your significant other babe or honey.
Yeah.
Like,
My love. Hey,
that's
baby.
so
Hi, my
Hey,
intimate.
love.
boo. Yes.
Need that.
BBL, lip fillers, veneers. Need that cringe?
I'm gonna say cringe. Me personally, I don't need that. My lips are full. My body looks great. My teeth are straight. Thank you, Lord. Man, I need that. But will I say cringe?
I can't
Cringe.
Cringe.
say cringe. And
I'm gonna say
y'all,
cringe.
I want a little lipo.
I mean, I would never say nay to like body modification if you could afford it and you want it.
Right.
Absolutely get it, but necessity. Some work is
I'm
absolutely
tired of
ridiculous.
working out, so I'm in between.
Yeah, you don't know, and you
Man.
don't know what could happen after having kids. Like, I
Yeah,
could understand, but
yeah, might want to
for
get
me right
the
now,
boobs done.
cringe.
I will say some lip fillers, baby. Love Island, the UK Love Island. Gee!
PDA.
Yeah, need that.
Need that. And I just go ahead, Mishika. Sorry, Shika.
I mean, I'm in between because time and place, you know.
Right. I would agree with that too. You don't want to be doing too much radicalness in public, but keep it PG, but not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If y'all have not noticed, that's our favorite word nowadays.
Radical.
Radical.
All right, matching outfits. Cringe or need that?
Wait,
Cringe.
matching outfits with your partner?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or I guess any friends or partner.
Cringe.
Cringe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wait. We could color coordinate though, right? Is that
Yeah, but
considered
I don't
matching?
want to match.
Okay. So
Like if we
cringe.
wearing the same t-shirt, I mean, again, it depends. Like Christmas PJs need that.
Yeah.
We out and about in the same outfit.
Nah, cringe. For real.
Cringe.
Listen,
But if we color coordinating though, I need that.
Yeah, that's
I
cute.
don't want no matching outfits with nobody. We are not twins. We were not born together at the same date and time. No.
All right. Um, Pixie cut. Cringe or need that?
Need that.
It's cute. Well,
Cringe.
Need
I
that.
mean, at a certain, I don't know, because it's given auntie, but it's cute on some people. Some people can pull it off. Me personally, no,
Y'all know
I don't
I
think I
be
could do
ready
that.
to cut my hair off as soon as I see
We
a
know.
hairstyle. I had a pixie, I done had a bob, I done had it all. I
The
done
whole
dyed
9
it, I done
yards.
had a skunk patch, I done did everything. Need it, love it. Mwah. I love short hair.
I'm
All
gonna say
right.
cringe.
$70 lash cluster kit. Cringe or need that?
Cringe.
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 These lashes is from
70,
Amazon, they're $7.
70,
$9.
70 for a lash kit. Now I will
Amazon
say,
right here, $7, y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. Jada Wada could charge her supporters whatever. They gonna support her no matter what she does. And I love that. I would love to have people that loyal for me. And I mean the kit, I wouldn't say it's worth $70, but with her name on it, it's expensive. She is the brand. But
Yeah.
them lash clusters is too thin for $70. I mean,
And I
could
got the link for these ones, $7 off of Amazon. If y'all want it, just message me. I'm not spending $70 on no lash clusters.
No. Cringe.
I mean, it's a kit though. It's coming with a mirror. It's coming with
I
the
have a mirror in my
remover,
house.
the bond.
And do I not have a house?
Doing your lashes on the go.
Yeah, there's a mirror in the car.
Right. Quickly,
Oh,
1 2
man.
1 2.
Yeah,
Cringe.
cringe.
Pursuing a man. Cringe or need that?
Define pursuing. Like,
So like, I would say like DM him first or
Oh, shoot your
talk it,
shot.
I
shooting
would
your
shoot
shot.
my
Yeah,
shot for sure. I shoot my shot. I don't
cringe.
care. If I see a man, it really just depends on the man. If I know him in person for real and I'm like, yo, I've only done it once. I've only done it once.
I, me personally, I haven't had to shoot my shot.
Cause she got it
So
like that. She got it
Okay.
like
not
that.
even I got it like that. I attract the people that I generally find attractive.
Right.
So I haven't had to do that. If I would do that, maybe I'll, you know, send him some. Hey, let me bring you some chicken wings or something. I don't know. Me
My
personally, I
DM
haven't.
really
Anybody that
was
like I was like interested in, they were probably interested in me too as well. So I haven't had experience, but maybe that may change. Who knows?
my DM was just to see if they were still in a relationship or not. And
Ooh,
they were not.
spicy.
Right? But we cool
Yeah.
on that. We cool.
Yeah,
Next.
All right. Coming to you as a woman. This is the last one. Cringe or need that?
Need that.
Cringe.
No, if listen, we gotta put parameters on this.
Ma'am.
If my man is being disrespectful, like you then being disrespectful towards me by entertaining you and you didn't know about me, so you're like, hey, listen, like this is what's going on, this is what he's telling. I want you to tell me, baby.
So how'd you find out about me if you didn't know about me?
I mean, going through his phone, whatever methods that you use. A lot of I'm just gonna be neutral about it. Sometimes these men play a fairly good game where you don't know. I'm going based off of what my homegirls have told me, what we have talked about personally. Like these men play a good game, so
I'm gonna know.
I would like for you to tell me. However, don't come to me talking crazy though. So I need that.
No.
I would like for the girl to let me know.
To me, in this generation, like, I have to disagree though, but to me, in this generation, coming to you as a woman ain't like, girl, so and so. This is like, girl, like they're ready to fight you. I'm like,
Yeah, but
mm-mm.
that's why it goes back to how it's done. Like, if you're being disrespectful,
Yeah.
no, I don't need that. But
Yeah.
if you're like distraught, like, girl, like, listen, like this, and that, yeah, because I'm never gonna be mad at you. I'm mad at the dummy who did it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And I stick into that.
as Nissa said, I feel like in this generation, a lot of women will come to you to tell you about that man because they want him to themselves and they
Mhm.
trying to get you to leave the picture. So, I mean, I'm in between. Like, as SB said, please let me know if he's out here embarrassing me. But if you trying to come to me as a woman so you can have that man, girl,
Don't
Yeah,
come
please
to
don't
me.
don't
come
tell
on
me
like no
nothing.
messy,
Don't
disrespectful stuff.
Don't say nothing
don't
to me.
don't come to me. Period.
I'm
Period.
screaming. Well, you guys, that concludes episode 1 of the MRS the podcast. Thank you for tuning in with us and chatting. I hope you felt like this was like a big group FaceTime. We do want to hear your thoughts on tonight's episode. You can email us at MRSthepodcast3@gmail.com.
Yes.
And again, MRS, the
The podcast.
podcast 3 at gmail.com. Thank you.
And follow us on all platforms. Like SB said, all, not just one. We would really appreciate if you guys follow us on all platforms. We love you all. We appreciate y'all for even starting with us before we even posted. Big up to the people that
That locked
did the
in with
big
us.
one.
We love y'all dearly.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.